weather in January will be like.
It's fine.
It could be 85 or it could be
35, exactly.
Right, exactly.
I'll catch something probably too. Hey guys. Hello, everybody. We're getting ready to podcast. I didn't tell you guys my idea for Friday. So
okay, let's hear it.
The Friday is pick a land in any of the 4 parks. And the idea is to make something better via subtraction. So you got to drop an attraction in a land that would make the land better by getting rid of one.
Well, Disney just did all that for me.
Yeah.
No, I got you.
Addition by subtraction. You know what I'm saying? Like make something better by getting rid of, like, what's the weakest link currently in a land? Like if you had to.
Well, are we going to do more than one?
That is currently going. Like it's something new. Like,
are we going to do more than one?
Yeah. We'll go around a few times.
Okay.
And we'll say why.
And it could be in any park, right? Like we don't have to pick one for each park.
Yeah, it can be Disneyland. Let's hop around.
Okay, I just want to make sure we didn't have to pick like one for each park.
Do we ever have rules?
No.
I have lots of eating to do tonight, so
got it. I have pasta. I have pasta house to eat tonight. Brian brought that home to me last night. So,
dude, our pasta house closed.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a St. Louis thing. Mike would know.
No, it's a kind of a cheap, like, it's good, but it's like a
delicious.
Kind of like,
the word you're looking for is
delicious. It is delicious, but it's kind of a bargain pasta place.
It's not even bargain. Pasta is bargain. Like it's a normal pasta restaurant.
It's like an Olive Garden, but
it's better than Olive Garden.
It's the same thing. But
I don't love pasta, and I don't love Olive Garden.
I don't love Olive Garden. I do like Pasta House because Pasta House actually has good pasta. So
I will tell you where I eat pasta in Italy.
Yeah, okay, I get that.
Dude, whatever. He's you know what? Okay, so I've been down.
Summer in Europe.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna mic drop that one. All right.
You just did that mic drop me because the closest I've been is Alfredo's in Italy back on our first anniversary in 2007. I just remember Pam sitting there. She's like, I can't eat the dressing because I'm pregnant, or so there's some kind of dressing. I remember I was like, I had no idea.
That's so funny. No, our friends that they had started us on. We always say we're gonna say when I summer in Europe.
In Italy. That was so baller. Dude, if I had done that, that's a baller thing I would say too. I'm just saying.
I know, but people should see my regular everyday life. See how glamorous it is.
Janie over on Instagram says Olive Garden's her fave.
I know that people love it. I'm just not. I don't love pasta, and I can't. Like I don't, and the pasta I would like are the sauces that have like cream and stuff in them, right? Like vodka sauce and stuff like that. And I can't have those. So, anyways,
Mallory loves Olive Garden, by the way. She loves it. Up at Mid Rivers Mall Drive. All right, let's do this. Here we go.
She loves her some breadsticks, probably.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh, I gotta ask you about it. Well, I'll wait till the show starts and I'll ask you about it. We talked about something last night on the live show, and I'll bring it back up. All right, so what number are we on? 2779. Here we go. I gotta get eaten. I gotta start digging in calories. Here we go. Oh wait, I need to eat my phone. My dad's in London, so he should not be calling, but he probably will. This would be the time he would call. Like he'd be like, guess what? I'm in a taxi. I'm going past the Queen's house. I'm like, it's called the castle.
And it's a king now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh, dude, he died 3 years ago. Yeah, it's true. It's king. It's his house now. Anyway, I'm at Wembley. That's where his game is. All right, anyway, here we go. 2779. Welcome to episode 2779 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're having a great week. Thanks for dropping in and joining us here for listener questions as we get you through the midweek here in the middle of October as we close in on Halloween here in just a couple of weeks. Wow. This year's flying by. Hope you got your Halloween costume picked out. If not, better head down to Spirit. get it. I don't know what the big Halloween costumes are this year.
That crabby lady who took the ball away from
Oh
me.
yeah, there's that. Yeah.
That's
and then she's like suing. What a world we live in. She's suing because they because they published that or whatever you know what I mean? They put it out there, and it's like, well, you did the behavior. Like they didn't doctor the video. Like that was you acting a fool. So
that is that's how, I mean, my grandpa would have said that's just how things should go. You know, like, you brought it on yourself, bro. The lady, that's just how it goes. Anyway, I don't get myself in more trouble than I do. I guess I do that all the time. But yes, hope you're having a great Wednesday. We're going to be answering your listener questions when it comes to Disney and possibly ethics when it comes to home run baseballs in the outfield. We're here, and Ricky's joining us from a Disney World afterall.com and the Mouse for Less, and she is headed down to Walt Disney World probably as we speak. What's up, Ricky?
Well, technically, I'm just headed down to Orlando, although I may make a quick stop at Disney Springs. But I am headed down to Orlando for a wedding, and I get to see some of my favorite people who I haven't seen in a very, very long time. So I'm really excited about that. But it's literally like a quick in, quick out. I'm working from home. It's legit. Like I'm flying in, and then going to the wedding, and then flying home. So it's a Wednesday wedding, though. So
that's what I was going to say. Because I mean, you know, we both work in the wedding industry, and I'm trying to put 2 and 2 together. Yes. So midweek wedding. That's pretty cool.
Yes, it's a Wednesday wedding. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna need to work from home for this one because I can't take the days off, and I'm just gonna work from home. So I mean,
shout out to the bride and groom for thinking about college football and having a Wednesday wedding.
I don't think that's what you know who the bride is, and I'm certain that that's not the case. Yeah.
What, you know the bride? I had no idea. I knew the bride. Holy cow! Shout out. Huh. You saying who it is, or are you gonna tell me later, or what? I mean, you're leaving me hanging.
It's Aaron.
Oh, hey, Aaron. Hey, that's awesome. Congratulations.
So I'm going to get to see Aaron and Jay and Melissa and Jenny. Yes. And so I get to see all my friends that I haven't seen in forever. So I'm very excited about it. So
well, I know she's a big fan of the Knights down there.
She has her sports, but football, like college football, is not one of them. She likes Miami, the football, the Dolphins. She likes hockey.
She might as well have a Sunday wedding because the Dolphins are terrible this year. So just have it on top. Tua is not helping anything. And nothing's helping with them. So.
She likes hockey, so there's that.
She loves hockey.
She loves hockey. Yeah. So, so it's a Wednesday wedding, so I'm headed down for a very, very, very brief trip. But my lunch may be at Disney Springs. I'm just saying on Wednesday. Just
sounds good to me. All right, congratulations, Aaron. We're so happy for you. All right, yes. Pam Forster, she's in here. She's already got the perfect Halloween costume and questionable ethics in left field. She's the co-owner of the Magic for Less Travel. Pam, happy Wednesday and Merry Christmas to you, by the way.
Yeah, right.
I know. I shared with my podcasting family that I'm on a sort of a tight time frame because I have a lot of travel in November. So a tree may or may not have gone up at my house. I know, right? I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. But for those of you who've listened to the podcast for a while, I have many trees. So it takes a bit of time to put them up. So I'm starting. That's all I'm going to say about that.
I like it. So real quick, I want to ask you guys, and you're headed down, Ricky, for a wedding, but you're not going to be going into the parks. But one of the things that we got we got a lot of feedback about on the call-in show Sunday night was talking about that new buffet breakfast on the weekends in France last night. How good that was. I saw some pictures. Ian called in and talked about it. Our for North Carolina.
That's for the Food and Wine Festival.
Yes.
It has the bottomless mimica thing.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes. And they heard the pours on the champagne, like we're pretty generous on that. And then I saw Ian posted from Pittsburgh from the Plan Disney panel. They're having their big reunion down there. I saw her pictures on Facebook last night after the show when we were recording. And they were kind of both talking how it's really, if you like bread, like if you're very like a bread person, like you'll love this. And I saw the pictures. That thing looked pretty good. So I'm just saying, like, I love when Disney comes out with something unique. I think this is only offered on the weekends, correct? And during Food and Wine Festival.
I know it's only offered during Food and Wine, and something tells me probably on the weekends. But
Only on the weekend.
yeah,
But this is one of those things, like, give it a shot because like limited time magic kind of for a dining option. Do it.
It's why I legit wish Disney would bring back. This was something they only did one time, and I'm going to tell you, it was the best brunch I've ever had at pretty much anywhere in the entire world, minus maybe Palo. But it was for the Epcot Festival of the Arts, and it was back in 2019. And it was a brunch that was at Le Cellier. And oh my goodness, it was seriously the best brunch I've ever had. Like they've never brought it back. And it was so incredible. So Disney, if you are listening, please, please, please can look up the brunch that you had at Le Cellier in 2019 and please bring it back because it was so good. So good. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Right. So I'm here for it.
Okay, so let's power through some questions. Here we go. All right, we got a bunch in the inbox. So here we go. This one is from Christine. Says, "Hey BOGP crew, I pass your podcast on to my Disney loving friends all the time. Thanks for keeping an upbeat spot in the world." We like when people pass on the podcast. We love it. We're like a baton in a truck meet. Love it. We recently took our 3 girls, ages 10, 8, and 3, to Disneyland for 2 days. Stayed at the Disneyland Hotel and absolutely loved it. The smiles on my older girls' faces made me want to plan another big trip. So now we're headed to Disney World in January with my parents who typically use scooters. I'm curious, how worth it are the fireworks dessert parties at Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios? Since you still need to check in and arrive early, are we better off just going early to get a spot? And if so, how early? And where's the best with kids and scooters? We also want a laid-back trip and plan to use lightning lanes to get a lot in. My parents go almost every year, but when we all went together in 2019, before our youngest was born, it was tricky to stay together as a group. Do you have any tips for handling a multi-generational trip so we can enjoy being together without feeling like we have to stay at the hip the whole time? I'd be happy to share a trip report from both trips if you ever want to hear about it for the show. We'd love to hear about it, Christine. That'd be great. All right, so let's hop back. So what about, Pam, you are a fan of the fireworks shows for a couple of reasons. So just tell Christine what you think here.
I am. And I think the reason really is that it takes a commitment to have good spots for the fireworks, typically if you want to be in the hub. And I don't just mean in terms of time. It's like a lot of standing too, to do that. And I think a lot of people have trouble. Like you can walk around the park all day, but if you just stand there in one place for like an hour or so, that's not always comfortable. I will say.
I've always said standing like messes me up worse than walking. Like,
yeah, 100%.
Especially over race weekend. If I stand around, like because we have a lot of like meetups for the podcast thing, and standing around talking to people like does more damage to my body than just like walking around in the parks all day, because I don't know, like it hurts my back worse.
And a lot of people feel that way. So I think that's sort of it. And the great thing about the dessert party is that whether you choose to get, and I don't do the ones where you sort of sit at the Tomorrowland Terrace. I like the ones where you go and do the dessert party either before or after the fireworks, and then you get to be in that sort of enclosed area that they have set aside for that, because I feel like the view is really good from that location. So that's the reason why I really prefer the dessert parties. It has a really great view of the fireworks and whatnot. I understand it is an expense. I get it. But they have a lot of desserts, and those also include at the Magic Kingdom, you get to have like beer and wine and champagne, but they have other drinks there too if you don't want those. And they have a wide variety of desserts. It's a lot of different things there.
They actually they did just update the desserts as well. So I just want to kind of throw that out there that I think they have a dessert for every single land, or maybe they had that before, but they've definitely updated the desserts. So the options now are a Star Command Mousse Cup, the Under the Sea Cupcake, Dole Whip Pineapple Mousse Cup, Country Bear Cheesecake, Bayou Peach Cobbler, Mickey Shaped Fruit Tart, And I think that's it. So yeah, they definitely, like, they just updated it within like the last week or so. So I wanted to get that out there in case, you know, anybody was looking at the old desserts and was like, oh, that's what I want. And, you know, that way you kind of know what you're going in for on that one. So
they do, and they update them fairly regularly. It seems sort of seasonally. They sort of take care of updating them, but I think I think it's definitely worth it to just sort of get that experience and not have to worry about it, especially if, you know, I think that we go frequently, and I know if I was going there and it was a special trip, and this sort of sounds to be one, since that you're taking a group of folks, that it's easy to just not have to think about it and worry about it and whatnot. I think that. Now, that's not to say that there aren't good spots that you can get that are, you know, closer to when the fireworks start. And back by the train station is typically one, sort of near the flag area. I mean, you're not going to be right up there and close like that, but that's something to always consider as well. I'm not saying that the dessert parties are the only way to see the fireworks. I think it just takes away one of the stressors, you know, associated with the fireworks. So
to me, it's kind of on parallel, excuse me, of like a character dining option, right? You're going to pay more for the character meal, but you're also not going out meeting the characters while you're dining. They're coming to you. You're paying for, you're buying time basically. And you're buying about exclusivity. You know, the character's coming to you instead of you chasing them down in the theme park. You're going to buy back some time there. As far as staying together, our biggest tip is, you know, just like you said, you don't have to stay together all the time. Schedule meals where you're together. You know, some attractions where you're together, you know, maybe like, okay, you know, we're going to have a meal, ride the train, you know, do a few things like that are multi-generational friendly. We're going to do, you know, like we're going to do Carousel Progress together. We're going to ride the train together. We're going to do the People Mover together. Then we're going to go our separate ways and, you know, maybe meet up back at the hotel, you know, after this. So
I think that's really important. And I think it is just to like address it head on. And I always do it like, I know everyone has different priorities, different things that they want to do. And so we're like, you know, this is going to happen this day or whatever. We're going to meet for dinner this day, but everyone's free to do whatever they want prior to that and whatnot. And we've talked about this before. Sometimes when you're the one who is the most knowledgeable about things, whether you've been there more or you've done more of the research or planning, you sort of get stuck being a tour guide, and that can be exhausting and stressful, right? Because you're trying to keep everyone happy. And just don't take on that role. Just be like, you know, I know everyone's going to want to do different things, and that's totally fine. But we're all going to do these things together.
For real. All right. Karen's got the next question. Hey, Mike and gang, I'm headed to Disney World with my 11 and 7-year-old kids in February. I have 2 questions for you. One, we're going to be in Epcot on Super Bowl Sunday. Is there a restaurant where we can make reservations and watch the game? Go Bengals. In Epcot. I don't think there's anywhere in Epcot where the game will be on. That's a shame. Oof. You know what they should do? You know where that DJ is in like new whatever that is, where they have the dance party there next to
you mean in the new like the Communicore Hall? Yeah, they should play it in Communicore Hall.
They should just put up a big screen there and have a big outdoor like view party for the Super Bowl. For real, nobody dances there anyway. Like, just show the Super Bowl there that day. That'd be a sweet, wicked, like fun outdoor venue, and sell like, you know, like beers and like dogs and stuff.
Oh, I will tell you that outdoor area where the Encanto show is, people definitely dance there. I've seen many children dance there. Trust me.
I've seen some adults.
And many adults dance there too, yes. But inside that,
it was like the Eagles and the Chiefs or something in the Super Bowl again. That place would be a nut out, dude. That'd be way more exciting to watch than kids dancing to Encanto.
And they need chairs around the outside.
Yeah, exactly.
They'd have to grease the poles. It'd be crazy.
I was thinking the building inside where they.
I'm talking outside, like that outdoor like breezeway there. You know what I'm talking about?
That area definitely gets used for the Encanto thing, but I guess maybe they could do it for one day. But it definitely gets used by children dancing, and as Pam indicated, also adults. So yes,
but I think they've like built it as the inside too. Like those are supposed to be like flex spaces. Like flex,
right, yeah, but not for football games.
You know what though? You say that, but like back in the day, I watched World Cup like in the Odyssey with Paige. Like that was 1 in, 1 out. It was so packed during World Cup. We've watched sporting events at Epcot. Like they need
Yeah, I think it would. I think it might not be a bad idea, and it's certainly a revenue opportunity, right? Start cranking out the shirts right now. First of all, get them ready. It doesn't have to have the exact teams on it, but maybe just like Super Bowl Mickey or whatever, right? And have definitely, I think, pull out some grills, right? Get some Blackhawks going there or whatever.
Sorry, I mean, Karen, I'm sorry. Her problem solved because she's a Bengals fan. They're not going to be in the Super Bowl. So you have all day to worry to just go ride rides because it ain't happening. Joe Burrow went down and it ain't it. So it's, I'm just playing. But yeah, it's sorry. It ain't happening. But number 2. But what I would do though, if you really want to watch Super Bowl, hop over to say, Disney. That's gonna be your next. She has 2 questions. Disney, like a place like City Works.
Yeah.
There
I
are.
bet you Splitsville will have it too.
Splitsville, yeah, definitely. And she says number 2, we're staying at Saratoga Springs for the first time. What are some must-eat restaurants we should hit at Disney Springs with kids that are 11 and 7? Splitsville.
Mm-hmm.
City Works, Polite Pig, and
I enjoyed Raglan Road for their brunch. That was really good. So that's an option. I feel like Deluxe Burger would be good.
I forget that that's even there.
I know. I used to go there all the time, and now I kind of forget that it's there.
Like 10 burgers. The last time I looked, they had like 3.
Yeah,
what's happening here?
I don't know. Yeah, it definitely got hit by pullback of options. So
it did. Yeah. And they used to have all the sauces, remember?
They did. It was a top tier restaurant, and I do agree with you, Pam. I feel like lately it has been pulled back a little bit. Oh, Chicken Guy though, another one that is really good, but again had a lot of sauces, and now they pulled back on them. So boo for that. But the Chicken Guy is still good if you like chicken fingers, which who doesn't?
That was like so hot when it came out. Like
it was.
Now, like I totally forget it's there. Like I haven't heard the words Chicken Guy like in a year.
Chicken
Guy. Guy Fieri, right?
Yeah, it's Guy Fieri. Yep.
He looks kind of like my niece's husband. I always say they look the same. Jason over at YouTube, our good friend, says Super Bowl Communicore Hall, I wish I could talk, would be right up there with a Broadway exhibit they did for Festival of the Arts.
There you go.
Try and get me to
that Broadway exhibit was really good, actually. I enjoyed it.
It'd be the best. I'm telling you what, I'm not even a soccer fan. In the World Cup in the Odyssey was amazing because like everybody was in there because everybody was rallying. People because like in Epcot, people are from all over the world in that building. And like every time there was a pass, because you never score in soccer. Like I'm an American football fan, so like there was not enough like offense for me in that game. But like every pass, everybody's whoa, dude. I was all in on soccer for that day because Paige loves soccer. And it was just the atmosphere in there was just amazing. Like it was just, I don't even know if it was the USA playing. I can't remember, but we were just in there and we were all in. They were selling beer. I didn't drink beer, but like, people were buying beers and, people had on their scarves that you wear for soccer. It was great. Like they need to do more of that stuff at Epcot. And now ESPN has like ESPN Bet. I can't believe we're not synergy. I don't bet, but I mean, dude, they're leaving money on the table. I mean, Scott and I've said this many times, like the Odyssey should just be a betting station at this point. Like, boom. Like
wow.
Well, because I mean, dude, Disney just wants to make money, and so does ESPN. ESPN's half their programming's about betting. Boom. It's just a little betting gambling station. It's like a little outpost. Anyway, I probably said too much, but that's what I mean. It like a sports bar. Like the bridge between Future World and World Showcase, sports bar about world sports. You can bet on cricket. I don't even know what cricket is. It's like kind of like baseball. It's got the flat paddle, but I'd learn about it. It'd be fun. Anyway, it's a great way to learn about the world through sports. Next question says no urgency. So I'm reading this one next. Hey, BOGP crew, love to listen to you guys at work during the week. It makes the work week so much more enjoyable. We always travel to Disney around the second week of December for our sweet light crowd spot, but next year will be different. We're doing our first Disney cruise on the Wish next year in November of 2026. Our plans are, as of right now, to fly into Orlando on the 24th, a Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party on the 25th, and maybe a character breakfast. I would also like to do Beacon Barrel at like 4 when they let guests in for the party. My mom and aunt are coming with us to celebrate, and this is my mom's first time to Disney, and my aunt has not been down in many years. We're debating on doing Epcot on Thanksgiving Day, or Disney Springs? My question is, how are the crowds at both places on Thanksgiving? Both my mom and aunt are not fast walkers, and I thought both places might be good to just stroll around and enjoy World Showcase and have dinner at the beer garden or stroll through Disney Springs. We also usually stay at Pop, but my wife is thinking maybe staying at French Quarter, especially if we do Disney Springs. It all depends on the crowds. Also, what are the must-dos on the Wish for first-time cruisers on Disney Cruise Line? My son is super excited, and this has been his mission to sail on since we watched the Disney Plus documentary. Thanks for taking the time to answer and giving your advice, Tim. First of all, I got to give this. Danger came into my head on this one. Do not go to Disney Springs.
I thought the same thing.
I hate shopping. Do not take aunt and mom to Disney Springs on Thanksgiving for the love of all that's good.
I thought the exact same thing.
I just see bad things unraveling. Go to Epcot, go to Beer Garden, go to World Showcase. Please, for the love of God, that's an easy answer. Pam, do you agree on this one?
Yes, Disney Springs gets crazy. And it gets crazier as the day goes on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Do not. If you want to go to Disney Springs, do that like at 10 o'clock in the morning when they open.
Yeah.
And then leave and go to Epcot, because I promise you, you will hate life if you stay there as the evening progresses, because it's just going to get nuts. So do not. For once, I agree with Mike. Do not go to Disney Springs on Thanksgiving.
It's one of those things, like, it's not ticketed, right? So the locals like want to get it. Anybody that's like in Central Florida wants to get a little taste.
If you have friends and family in for the weekend, guess where you're taking them?
You're taking them to Disney Springs. Exactly. Yes.
Danger. Don't go there. Okay, so advice for the Wish. What would you guys say for a first time? I mean, I would just say Hero Zone for the son. That place is it's kind of hidden.
Yes.
I think some people might not ever go in there because it is kind of tucked away, but like when you get there, like, whoa, it's cool up here. But
they don't always have it like inflated and whatnot. It just depends. Like, so you have to look on the navigator to see.
Yeah, but what else would you say for some first timer stuff for the Wish?
I mean, of course, ice cream all the time. Like, that's going to be a given for sure. Yeah. I think that's a really good one.
Make sure you get a beignet on the Wish. That's kind of a special thing for the Wish in the bayou.
That's true.
It is. I think too, it's really important to check the navigator, because there's going to be so many things that he wants to do. The activities are, so awesome. And so that's a great way to really make sure you're not missing out on things.
The other really great thing is of course, the characters. The characters come out every single day dressed in different costumes too. So, depending on the theme of the day or whatever's going on that day, you can see them dressed in different ways. So getting photos and video of, your family meeting the characters in their different costumes is a huge fun thing to do. That's always a great thing that we do, is making sure that we get that. So that's always a plus.
And the Wish, the quick service is awesome.
Oh gosh, yes.
So many.
All the ships are getting that now. Like the Fantasy, when it comes out of dry dock, will have that little mini food court. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
So good. And Michelle, by the way, who's tuned in over on YouTube as Record Live, says, when I worked at World of Disney, people went crazy asking about Black Friday sales. This is Disney.
Yeah, no, they don't do that. Well. No. Some of the other shops may do stuff now, now that they have so many different shops, but like the Disney owned shops, nah, you ain't getting no discounts for that day. No.
What about Uniqlo? They might have some stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Those shops may have it. Yeah. But like the actually Disney owned shops, no, not a chance.
I love it. All right. We got another question. It says, question, not urgent. Look ahead scheduling. You're up. Not urgent. Here we go. Hey, Mike, Ricky, Pam, and Scotty G. First, let me say I love your podcast. It's a refreshing uplift during my week. I'm not a regular Disney traveler, but love listening about it, and your stories and advice brighten my day. Just from my point of view, going off on tangents are good.
Well, see? You found your podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We've got Christmas trees. I could tell you about what's going to be going on with my system here right about this time.
No. Do not
become
share
$1
that.
million cameraman here shortly. I might even live stream it if I
Please
can
do not,
figure
no.
out the code to the camera. I might
Oh
make
my
that-
gosh, too funny.
I could make that a
No.
Patreon exclusive.
No,
You can-
please don't.
You can get the
No.
live stream.
No, we don't need
$72
like a Katie
hours.
Couric moment where
Can
she
you
had her
imagine
colonoscopy done.
I'm not getting that. I've been there, done that. I'm not doing that again. I told him that this is just a pill, but I could do a 72-hour live stream. We can see what's all going on. Anyway, let's see. So back to the question. I'll be planning a trip to Walt Disney World to go with my grown daughter, her husband, and our granddaughter.
We have a lot of people traveling with friends. I love it.
People love their families that listen to our show. Like they really want to bring like
true.
mom and grandma a lot. It's pretty cool. Along with my wife, she can come along too. He said,
Hey, there we go.
There you
John's
go.
bringing his wife. Okay, that's cool. I'd like some advice on timing. My daughter wants to avoid the summer, which is when I've gone in the past with our other daughter's family, but we'd like to still be able to take advantage of the pools while we're there if possible. The times of the year I'm considering are early December 2026, early February 2027. Will this be too cold? Or post-Easter, mid to late April, since Easter will be March 28th in 2027. Will this be too hot? If we decide to do December 2026, if we can swing it based on the higher cost at that time of year, when in December of next year opens up for booking? It looks like they're only booking through October at this point. Thanks for any advice and your help. John is in Pickerington, Ohio. First of all, good news. November and December are now open.
Yes, they are. Just recently opened, and we were so glad that happened.
Yes, so you can book that now. So that problem solved. We're like delayed getting to the questions there. That helps. But so early December of 26, early February of 27, early February of 27. Would you say that'd be too cold, like in early February, to swim? If you're from Ohio, I would say not.
Probably not. And what's so crazy is I think I think January, February, and even early March are sometimes the hardest to predict because I have been there during that time when it has sleeted, and I have been there during that time when it was so hot. I was like, what is happening here? And so I think that's probably the biggest unknown for weather.
Right. Mm-hmm.
January or December can sometimes get chillier in the evening. It's more chilly probably in the evening. And then after Easter will definitely be warmer. I mean, you'll definitely be able to swim. I think that it's just, you just have to see how you really feel about that. It's going to be a little warmer when you tour the parks. I mean, definitely in March and April that will happen. So
of those, let's just say let's say we're only talking weather. Okay. Us three. Okay. We're not even gonna go with costs because costs would probably be post Easter would be probably the most expensive out of these three.
Well, February is peak season though too. Yeah. Like from February 15th on.
But he's saying early February.
So okay. So that may not be.
Yeah. So he's saying early December, early February, or post Easter, which for weather, I would pick early February. Like just in general, like that'd be my pick of the three. As far as like the crowds and weather, probably like the best combination of like what if nothing else, like I'd probably pick that. I think that'd be the best. Like
especially when you're from Ohio. Let's just say February in Ohio, because I live in Pennsylvania. February in Pennsylvania.
Get out.
You need to get out, get away, run, do whatever you need to do. So that's probably what I would choose too.
Absolutely. All right. So we have another question here. Oh, I got that one already. This is a duplicate. I love when people put them in here twice. All right, here we go. Next question is from Nicole in Herman, Maine. Hey, BOGP. I had my first child in January. Congratulations.
Congrats.
And we're taking her to Disney for the first time in December. We go to Disney at least once a year. So now with baby in tote, we're excited to take things a little slower. We're going with my in-laws, so we will have additional help too. We are also doing Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party and staying at Riverside. What are all your tips and tricks with Disney and traveling with an 11-month-old stroller through the airport? Babies on rides? Love the show. Thanks for making my commute to work so much fun, Nicole. Rikki, give some help here. What you got?
Yeah, strollers in the airport are going to be key, for sure. We just did this with Lucy a few weeks ago, actually, and unfortunately, my daughter is not the biggest fan of sitting in strollers. She's not the biggest fan of sitting in general in anything except her car seat. We can manage the car seat for some reason, but everything else, like, does not want it. So, with that being said, definitely you do want to bring the stroller though. And in the airport, they'll tag it. You just go up to the desk and they'll tag it, and then it'll be put under the plane, and then you can get it after disembark the plane. So that I would definitely do. As far as traveling with an 11-month-old, you definitely are going to take things slower. Nap time is going to be, it depends on how you do it. It can be challenging. Especially, I think Lucy was still taking like 2 or 3, naps during the day, even, at that stage. So like a lot of times she just fell asleep in the stroller, to be perfectly honest. So, I would say that that's possibly the case for you guys. If that is the case, though, you obviously can't bring the stroller into lines and things like that. So you're going to need to find something else to do if the baby is napping at that point. So that's going to be key as well, knowing that fact. I would also suggest bringing some sort of harness or something like that to hold the baby while you are waiting in line. That'll be another helpful thing as well. Because, like I said, you'll have to hold the baby. You can't push the stroller in lines. So, and if it's a longer wait, you definitely want to have something that you can use to help distribute the weight of the baby at that point. So, let's see what else. Make sure you have a bag for like bottles or whatever. If you do that, or anything that you need that's cold, make sure you have a bag for that. I had a ice pack that I kind of lucked into figuring this one out. So I had an ice pack that I had frozen before we left, and then I put ice in the ice bucket, and then put that back in there, and it stayed frozen, which was kind of nice. So I was like, okay, cool, all right, that worked out really well for me. So those are just the kind of things that I'm trying to think of offhand that we did with Lucy, and you're gonna have a great time. Just know that you have to go with their schedule. That's the hardest part.
That is the thing. You stay with their schedule. 2 things too. Like the biggest thing that we learned with Mallory too was like the umbrella stroller, a light umbrella stroller, but that goes all the way back so they can nap in it. It has one of those like covers that you can put on if it rains. Not only because like if it rains while they're in it, but like if you're in a restaurant or something, it's parked outside, always cover it, because like,
yes,
it could be nice out when you go into the restaurant and you're having a, hour-long meal, 90-minute meal, and you come out and it's pouring, but then your stroller's dry. So it has like a little plastic covering on it. So always cover it. You never know. So do that. That's just a hint that we had.
That's a huge one, because that happened to us too. We went to eat and I had the cover on the stroller, but not like over it. And some very nice person saw that my cover was there, and they put it on for me, which was very, very, very nice. I have no idea who this was, but thank you to that kind saint who saved my stroller from getting punched.
Yeah, I mean, it takes 1 minute to do it every time you touch the stroller. And I mean, because if your stroller gets drenched in a downpour that rolls through for 5 minutes, it's going to be wet the rest of the day. It's going to be miserable. So,
and the other thing you need is a fan too. That's going to be key too, because we have a fan for Lucy and we attach it to her stroller. You can buy them on Amazon, the ones that like actually like wrap around and attach. That was really helpful too.
You're gonna have a great time. Can't wait to hear about it. All right, let's get to the next question. It is from Lewis. He says, "Hey Mike, how are you? It was so good chatting with you earlier this year about my transatlantic trip. I'm headed back in 3 weeks to celebrate my wife's 40th birthday and my in-laws Ruby's wedding anniversary. I'd like some ideas for cool gifts I could pick up whilst I'm there to give my wife when we get home, as her actual birthday falls a few weeks after our return. We're working around the school holidays. I'd love some ideas for gifts which the kids could get her. My current front runner is a family caricature photo with us and the 2 kids. I'm sure I can sneak off one day and get it booked and paid by providing the artist with our photos. What other gift ideas have you all got? She always picks up a new Pandora charm when we're there and loves anything Disney, of course. We're staying at Caribbean Beach. going to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, Discovery Cove, swimming with manatees, and having some super ADRs, among other things related. So this could be good. Thanks in advance. So any other gifts you think for 40th birthday for his wife? Pam,
I was absolutely going to suggest the Pandora thing. So that was the first thing that I had in my mind.
I like caricature, because for a mom, like that's like a moment in time. It's personalized.
I think make sure that you're getting PhotoPass, because although that's like a gift that you're all going to know before, then you can take those photos and do something with them. And that could be anything once you got home, like get online, get to one of the places and use them to do like a mug, a mouse pad, you know what I mean? All those different things that they have, stickers, like magnets. We've done all kinds of things like that and really enjoy that.
They could do the capture your moment thing too. Which would be nice.
Yeah, boom. Like, guess what? This morning, and I would make sure though somehow you like, without telling her, like you have her bring a special outfit or something.
Yeah, that would be
like a matching. How do you do that? Like without letting her know, like that. But y'all have like special outfits.
Well, just say you're going to do that for the day. Say let's wear like our matching outfit today, like, or whatever.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I like that.
Yeah,
that's the winner right there. Because that's like the caricature come to life, you know.
Yeah.
Right. But I do like the idea of the caricature too. That's really creative,
do that,
for
totally.
sure. Yeah, you could also do the silhouettes too, which is another idea.
That's what I was thinking. Oh, I was thinking of the silhouette. Yeah, I was thinking of like the black, like construction paper kind of thing.
Yeah. You can do either.
It's not the same thing, but I was thinking of that. Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, they are.
Those are so old school. I can't believe they still do those.
I love that they do that, and I love that they'll do it of your pet. So
really, they'll do that.
Yes, if you bring a picture of your pet, they will do it.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up! I didn't know that.
I need to bring one to Daisy. I bet they'll put little teeth up, for her. She's got little teeth.
It'd be so ugly. It'd be so
cute.
I was gonna say too, I'm thinking of John Pelkey, because I know he's as attached to his dog as I am, and he lost his dog this week, and I've been praying for him. So I'm just thinking of John. He's one of my good friends, and just thinking of him because I know it's a rough time for him. So thinking of you, John. All right. Well, how about one last question? All right. Katie's got a question. Hey, Mike and BOGP crew. My husband just booked a trip for our family to Disneyland and Alani in November.
Woohoo! Good job.
Katie, have your husband call me, because Disneyland and Alani, let's go.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
Pretty good. All right. We're going to Disneyland for 2 days before flying to Alani for 8 days.
Nice.
This trip is for my 40th birthday.
Good call.
There you go.
I'm 50 and I didn't get to do this yet. Like,
well, and I know the Pamson wanted to do Hawaii. Wow,
dude. By the way, Friday's senior night at the H. I'm not ready for this. Like, we got to get through this senior year thing first. I'm gonna be wrecked in 2 days. Wrecked in 2 days on that football field. But anyway, we're traveling with my 3-year-old son, and my adult sister is coming with us. We've traveled to Walt Disney World several times. We've never been to Disneyland or Alani. So far, we have flights and rooms booked, but nothing else. I have no idea how to start planning this trip. What should we book or reserve for both or either locations? Also, my son will not be old enough for the kids club at Alani. Do you have any suggestions for childcare so we can have an adult meal? Thanks so much for all your tips. Katie, she's in Long Island, New York. So Disneyland is going to be the easier of the two, I think, because it's going to most closely parallel Walt Disney World, right? You're gonna if you want, and I always say this with Disneyland, I think the easiest move is to add Lightning Lane and Park Hopper with your package, and then you're set. You just 3 days before, you're gonna get an email, you're gonna link your tickets, you're just gonna be set. Basically, show up and you're good to go. I mean, you make some ADRs too, 60 days out, 1 day at a time, and then Disneyland is a piece of cake. After that, you're good. I'll talk to her about Alani, though. I think that's where she's kind of having a little maybe questions, Pam.
Well, so think of Alani as, first of all, of course, you're going to want to spend time at the resort. So think of that. But you're also going to want to think about what other things do you want to see on the island of Oahu, because there's so many fantastic things to see there. There's the volcano, there's Pearl Harbor, there's the North Shore, there's great eating, there's great just exploring. There's all kinds of things you can do. You can snorkel and swim. So think about that and think about what you want to do in that space. There are some excursions available through, you can book them through the Aulani website. But just, you may want to consider, I think, renting a car for a couple of the days, and you can actually rent it right there at Aulani. You can pick it up and then drop it off right there. They have those available. That sort of makes getting around a little easier. That's sort of a challenge on any of the islands because there just aren't that many roads, right, for people to use. So you get some traffic there, but just keep that in mind. And make sure you sort of plan those in advance. I do not have a suggestion for childcare. Not at Aulani.
Now that George doesn't live nearby,
Right, right. I know, right? I don't know. I don't think that Aulani has a recommended one either, but you can ask that of them. It's just
one of those things. Like I wouldn't even give advice on that because it's so hard with kids. Like
it is. It's really hard with that too, and I think that's where like a lot of hotels have landed at this point too. Like they don't really even have a recommended thing, so that's always really challenging. I will say there's a beautiful restaurant there on at Aulani that you can do. The Four Seasons is actually next door. There's a Marriott Vacation Club on the other side, so there's lots of dining there. I love Aulani so much. I want to go back, and I think you just don't even understand how much there is to do and see there at the resort until you go and experience it. They have a lazy river. They have different pools. They have entertainment in the evening, musical entertainment. They have, activities that you can do throughout the day. So make sure you're staying aware of that. There's a Menehune, kind of a scavenger hunt thing, which is really fun to do. So many great things. Aulani, I think at the end of my life, I will think, why didn't I spend more time at Aulani? Period. So it's that beautiful of a place.
Sounds good. All right. Hey, thanks for the great questions, guys. We need more. Keep them coming. Just email those to mike@beourguestpodcast.com. Get in the queue, put your level of urgency, and you know how the game works, and you'll get it on the show at a certain time. So play the game, and you know how to play. So we love those questions. Again, mike@beourguestpodcast.com. Put listener question in the header. All right. Don't forget, shows brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We are standing by right now. Not like Santa's little helpers yet. I don't know, like what do you got for Halloween? You got little ghosts and goblins sitting there with the keyboards. We're ready. We're sitting there with like a bag of Hershey's miniatures.
No, we're giving out full size.
Oh, see, we don't play around. We're not like the full size crackles and Mr. Good Bars, and we just take those little special dark chocolates and throw them in the trash can because they're garbage.
What?
That's my favorite.
Absolutely not. That is totally my favorite.
Garbage. You know
no,
what
those are not garbage.
Because what it is, it's the chocolate that got burnt, and they
no,
look,
you can throw away the crackles. I will take the special dark. Yes,
agreed.
The special dark is so good. You were wrong.
You can have it.
You were wrong.
Anyway, I think we're talking about the Magic for Less all the way, but we're awesome. I promise you, I'll give you whatever kind of candy you like.
Tangents.
We do.
Tangents.
Yes. If you want to go to Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, sail with Disney Cruise Line, even head to Aulani. We take care of you. No additional cost to you. Check out the details. And if you like special dark chocolate, more power to you. Just swing by the website over at themagicforless.com. But also use our Amazon affiliate link when you're buying all that Halloween candy. You can support the show at the same time, even if you're buying that special dark chocolate. Hey, that'd be great. Just go to beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon, and thank you so much to our Patreon supporters. You guys are the best. You keep us on the air. Even our special dark chocolate listeners or imbibers, whoever likes that kind of candy. I'm a Mr. Goodbar guy. Crackle, love it. You know what I'm going for? I told Pam last night. The season. 100 good bars, 100 gram bars. Those,
really?
I haven't had one of those in forever. I'm kind of hankering for one of those.
I love the Butterfingers, and so like I don't get them very often.
I'm a fan of those.
But I'll get them when they go on clearance because usually a lot of other people don't like Butterfingers either. So like every time it's the end of the season and Kroger starts selling off their Halloween candy, they almost always have Butterfingers. So I'm headed to go buy the Butterfingers at that point. I usually only eat them around Halloween, but yeah, I love a good Butterfinger.
Bart Simpson. All right, don't forget patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. $5 a month is all it costs to support this nonsense here, and we'd appreciate it if you would. And when you do, you get a bonus show called Mike of the Midwest. And I believe this Sunday we're going to do a show about favorite commercials from childhood. So that should be a lot of fun. So come on over, you get the bonus show if you support us $5 a month, patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. You can follow us on the social media at beourguestmike on x.com, Instagram, and Threads is where you'll find me. Pam is at TMFLT Pam. Ricky's at RIKKINIBS. That's Ricky Nibs. We have the Clubhouse, beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse. That's our Discord server. We have fun there 24/7, 365. It is awesome. We invite you to join us today. We'll have the live call-in show this Sunday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. We open up the phone lines and just talk Disney for an hour, and it is a blast. So join us on Sunday night. All right, we're going to be back again on Friday with more fun, so hope you will be with us for that show. And if you're tuned in live, hang out. We're going to be back in 2 and 2, as old Chuck Woolery used to say on Love Connection. So until we get back together again, you guys stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon. No idea why I pulled out the Chuck Woolery 2 and 2, but I did. All right.
It's all right. 2 and 2, baby.
That show was awesome back in the day.
It was.
It'd be like the audience would vote and like, oh, they voted for the other person. Sorry. But then you got a bonus date. You got to go on 2 dates.
They tried to bring it back a few years ago, and it was not as good. Not
it had
nearly.
to be Chuck Woolery.
Well, I mean, he died, so we
I
can't
know.
do that anymore.
I think he's what made it. I really
That's true.
do.
That's true.
He just
If you
has
have
a
a
way
close-
about him.
Yeah, for sure.
He's the
For
only
sure.
person in the world who could be like 2 and 2 and have it not be completely like cringeworthy.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It'd be so funny because you have those 3 people, and then like the computer would do its all tabulation, like,
Yes.
you'd be like 37% of the people said you went out on the date with the wrong person.
Do you remember this? As we were speaking of old commercials when you were talking about it, this isn't that old, but do you remember the Kmart one where they were going to ship their pants?
Yeah, that's one of the best commercials ever.
Sure.
Good.
That was so good.
Your pants.
Do you remember? Yeah. And the little kid comes out and he's like, I'm gonna ship my pants.
Hang on. Now you gotta make me play it. Hang on. We're gonna get knocked out. I
It's
can't 'cause we're
ship.
live.
SHIP, people.
I can't play it because we're live on YouTube. We'll get taken down.
Oh yeah.
I forgot we're live. But yes,
But that was a great commercial.
yes. She just shipped her pants because they just say it just so matter of fact.
She did.
Grandma just shipped her pants too.
So good. So good.
Then the guy at the end ships his bed.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. Oh, that was so good. Oh,
Oh,
my
man.
God.
Yeah.
My pants at church.
So funny.
So
That was
good.
a good commercial.
That
That's when
And then
commercials.
they immediately went out of business after that.
Well,
I
that's
know.
true. Yeah.
That commercial alone should have kept them in business.
It
for
totally
longer.
should have kept them
100%.
for longer. Yeah.
If there was really karma in the world, that would have been. Oh, poor Kmart.
Rest in peace, Kmart. We miss you.
So good. That
You
was-
and your blue light special.
I know.
Yeah, because if you're just rolling through the living room, you're like,
Exactly.
he did what to his pants? He did what in his cup?
I also miss the cafe. The cafe was so like retro. We ate many a time in the cafe at the Kmart.
yeah.
Not gonna lie.
You could get a whole meal for like $1.99. I went there with my great grandparents all the time at all.
Yeah, it was so good. They had a little Caesars in ours, so it was like a little Caesar
Oh my
pizza.
gosh.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
little-
That was in the later days. Like
Yeah, that's in the later days,
the
yeah.
corner. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like a fan of the like old hot Sam pretzel, like a regular old,
Yes.
not an Auntie Anne's or
No.
anything.
No,
like
I'm
that.
with you. Just the
Hot
classic.
Yes.
It's just full of salt. Just
No.
a very
Hot Sam's had the pizza pretzel.
Oh, pizza pretzel. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they dipped it like in pizza sauce and put like the mozzarella cheese on it. Oh my god, it was right next to Tape World at Jamestown
I-
Mall.
I miss very much corn dogs, like corn dog on a stick. Ugh. It was
Oh.
hot dog on a stick, but they had corn dogs, and
Hot
like it
damn.
was
Hot
it was
diggity
so
dog.
good. I miss a good corn dog. You can't get a good corn dog anywhere. Actually, I take that back. You can get a good corn dog
Disneyland.
at, well, there too, yes. You can get a good corn dog at Cookout. If you have a Cookout near you, they have corn dogs and they are ridiculously cheap. So Cookout is a good place to get at. We have one not that far from us, and usually actually I will get one when I'm driving down to Orlando and it's just me in the car, because they have like a few of Cookouts at like the places I like to stop at, like the towns I like to stop in. So I'll go get to Cookout, get a corn dog, and I'll get some onion rings, and that will be my ride down to Orlando.
Oh my gosh.
I've heard of Hills on podcasts. I listen to retro podcasts. Hills, the place for toys, or something like that. But I've never been to one. But I hear about.
Yeah, so they were, I think, based out of Youngstown, Ohio.
Ah.
So they were in my area.
Yeah, I've heard like people like they always play the Christmas commercials and stuff. Like the place for toys or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I want to go there. Okay, so we got to do this. Come start.
All right, let's do it.
I don't get to eat tomorrow, so dude, I'll be. Pam schedule. She goes, we got to schedule this on a day you don't do a podcast because you're going to be a mean SOB. I'm like, yep.
Oh yeah, because you're not going to be able to eat.
Because I was like, we'll do it Wednesday. She's like, you have a podcast, and I'm not letting you on the air. You don't eat. She's like, you cannot have a microphone in front of your mouth.
Your wife is smart on that one. Yeah,
she is smart. She's like, you're doing that on a day, Tuesday or Thursday where you don't podcast. I'm like,
yeah.
That's why I married you, because you're keeping me keeping me employed.
Smart. Yeah. Smart.
You know, throw a big old.
Yeah, you got to look at your contract for that morality clause. It can.
Yeah, exactly. The FCC will be knocking on the door. He's only had chicken broth.
Chicken broth. Like, how is this a clear liquid?
Yeah, whatever. I'll take that clear liquid and shove it up your rear end. Probably what they're gonna do. All right, what number are we on? 2781. I don't even know what we're gonna do here. We'll just make it up. Here we go.
That's what we do.
That is what we do. All right, here we go. Welcome to episode 2781 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're getting ready for a great weekend as we are here in October, one of the great times of the year around the country. We're going to have a good one here. It is senior night at the H. I'm not ready for this. My youngest senior night. We got to get out there, escort her across the track there. She gets to ring the senior bell tonight. And man, I'm telling you what, I remember doing this with Paige 11 years ago at her soccer game. I was a mess then. I might be 10 times worse tonight because this is it. I mean, this is it. And say a prayer for old Mike, because this just means I'm old. I just can't take it. So I can't think about it right now because, of course, we record this a couple days early. But watch for social media. I might 50-50. I might make it through senior activities this evening, but we'll see. Looks like the weather's going to be good, so that's good. Anyway, let's talk some Disney so we can have a nice distraction here. We're going to have a good time talking the theme parks today because that's what I love talking about. We have Rikki here from a DisneyWorldAfterAll.com and the Mouse for Less. Rikki, happy Friday. What's going on?
Happy Friday. You almost forgot my name, so that's cool.
I'm gonna forget everything. I mean,
yeah.
I'm trying to think what I'm going to wear. I think I'll wear that shirt that has her like mug all over it, the Hawaiian shirt, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, no, I just want to throw out there that if you guys want to learn a little bit more about Beacon Barrel, I have a video that's up on my YouTube channel. So me and Brian went and we did a whole thing. And so if you want to see what Beacon Barrel is like, we've got that there. Now, the only downfall, I am sad about this, but the parrot was not working that night. And it makes me sad. Rummy was not, he was talking, but he wasn't out. So, you know, that's the only downfall of our experience. But overall, had a really good experience at Beacon Barrel. Watch me eat octopus. So, you know, there's that. But it was a really good experience. So if you want to see what Beacon Barrel is like, head to my YouTube channel, It's a Disney World after all.
I think I'd rather see the ship in the bottle than the parrot if I had to pick.
I do have that as well, so we're good. Yeah.
Yep, the ships. Yep. I think the ship's better. I've always been intrigued by ships and bottles. I don't know why. That's who's the first person to put a ship in a bottle? That's a weird thing, but it's cool.
I don't know, but weird thought.
I'll have to look that up tonight.
Okay.
Well, not tonight as the show comes out because I'll be crying, but we'll see. All right, Pam Forrester's here. She is the co-owner of the Magic for Less Travel. Again, listening to Burl Lives. Pam Forrester, happy Friday. You've gone through all this stuff, and
yes,
we make it. Because she's already been accepted in Mizzou, so I know that's happening, and we've already paid the non-refundable housing deposit and all that stuff. So, that makes the nostalgia go away very quickly because you're just like, oh. Like it just.
I will just tell you this. So we were fortunate, as I know I have a lot of friends who are still going through this because we were so young. So I got to go through a lot of this early. And I will say there are so many more good things to come that you don't have to be. I mean, I think what it is you get to see your child grow into this person that you're very proud of. And that's always a good thing. And it's a job well done, parents, because that's a hard thing. And Mallory is such a sweet girl. So you should have a lot to be proud of.
Sometimes.
I know. You have a lot to be proud of.
Sometimes too, boy, I can tell you. I mean, I love her to death, and she's my little baby, but man, she could be a mean person too.
She is sweet though.
And love her. But things aren't going well. She's just like her dad. Like we can, but we can butt heads. But I love her to death. It is funny when you mention that though, because the funniest thing is like we were on the younger end with Paige, like going through her senior activities, right? Because that was 11 years ago. Like we were like young, hip parents, and now like we're going through the senior activities with Mallory, and like all these other parents have like, a lot of them have kids that are going to be, they have like 4 or 5 other kids that are going to be doing this later on down the line. We're like, dude, this is it. Like,
yeah,
we're like on the other, I'm not even saying that we're old, but like we're on the other end of the spectrum. I don't like being on the other end. I like being the cool young.
It's not bad. None of it is bad. Like there's more to look forward to than not. So
I just turn to Pam all the time and I say, these other parents run a half marathon this morning? No. What's up?
Does Pam then say shut up?
She does. She goes, that's why you have a camera in your gut right now, brother.
Yeah, right. Too funny.
Yeah.
Take it all in. Enjoy every moment. So be it senior night or a camera that you swallow. It's a good time to be alive.
Yes. And again, patrons, watch for that link for the live stream if you want to see 72 hours of in-depth coverage.
You'll see a lot of Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's what I said. You might see a pickle float through or something. I don't know what it's going to be like. It'd be cool. I need to get the Taco Bell on the board. I'm going to do that soon because that'd have been a great time for a Taco Bell right there. Bong. Anyway, so today, that's way TMI, but thank you for coming to my therapy session for the first 5 minutes of the show today on Friday, because that's exactly what that was. It's been a week. All right. So today, back to we're Disney podcast. We're going to be talking about the theme parks. And what we're going to do is kind of addition by subtraction. If we had to go into the theme parks, go into a land and take out something that is still there and it's viable. It's not something that has been announced that it's going away. And we had to get rid of it. We had to get rid of an attraction, and by getting rid of this attraction, it already makes the land stronger. Because what we're going to do is we're going to make the land available. We're going to make the pad available. We're going to make it available for future expansion. We're not going to like go all the way into saying what we would put there. We're just going to take this thing away. Like what is not like in sports terms, like what's the one thing in this land that is not like carrying its water right now?
It's underperforming.
It's underperforming. So, for example, like the way I thought about this, okay, Tomorrowland, Magic Kingdom. I mean, the obvious one I came up with was Speedway. Boom, out, see ya. It's not carrying like it's like got the biggest footprint. But I would just say, because I was trying to put it up against everything else, like would I get rid of People Mover? Probably not. Would I get rid of Carousel Progress? Probably not. Buzz is getting updated. That'll probably be awesome coming out of this. I mean, and like I would say, like. Stitch, but that's gone. That's not there.
Well, it's gone, but it's still there technically. I mean,
Yeah, but you can't really take it out because it's already like been taken out to pasture. I love Laugh Floor.
It's been unassembled.
It has been unassembled, yes, but the space
I
is
don't
still
know.
there.
So I mean, okay, so Tomorrowland, I'm going Speedway. What, Pam? What would you say for Tomorrowland?
Well, first of all, I agree with you that Speedway's a good choice because there's a lot of things to not like about the Speedway. So I agreed with that one as well. It's loud, it's stinky, and it is a huge footprint, like you said. I do understand like little kids wanting
Kids
to.
love it. I mean, it is. I mean, it does have its pluses though. I mean, because I've had so many great pictures, like selfies with Mallory, like through the years.
Yeah.
Like riding it. And I mean, kids love that first like chance to be able to kind of like drive their own car. I mean, there's a lot of good to it, but again,
Yeah,
everything's going to have some good to it. It's Walt Disney World. I mean, these attractions are all going to have a lot of positives to them.
agreed.
Something has to go.
I agree. So I went to Animal Kingdom, and so this is going to, I don't know how people will feel about this, but
no. Here's how this works. You got to go into Tomorrowland because I picked Tomorrowland.
So I'm going into Tomorrowland, and I'm thinking,
See, he did not specify these rules. We were,
my brain works.
He's making stuff up as we go along now, Pam, because me and you had the same idea behind it. But yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Let's go to Tomorrowland. Let's go.
Okay,
to Tomorrowland.
fine.
All right.
Then I'm taking. If I'm going to do
I
that,
have the biggest microphone, and I'm going to make noise.
I'm going to take out Monsters Inc. I will just say that because it is a space that I think could be better used for other things. The best use of the space I've seen recently has been at Not So Scary when it's a treat trail. So that is that. But I think while it is, I think at different times it is nice to go and sit down and see the show because you're in air conditioning and whatnot. I just want it to be more. And it's inconsistent. Like one show you'll go in and you're like, oh my gosh, that one was so funny. And then the next one you're like, okay, that was not funny at all. Mm-hmm. And I know that it's like sort of, it's an ad lib kind of situation with that. But I just feel like let's have a show that really embraces maybe Tomorrowland in some way. And I don't know that that's it. So
it is a stretch for tomorrow, and it should go to Monstropolis, which they've just announced. That was like the world's worst like announcement. Like, oh, it's going to be called Monstropolis. No kidding. Really?
Yes.
You're going to call Monstropolis Studios? Whoa.
Wow. Yes. Awesome.
You call it Sesame Street. Like I saw that, people like, okay.
Right? And not like Monsterland or something.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
what? It's not going to be called Monsterland. Oh,
Rawr, Goofy the Chainsaw.
Yes.
Here he comes.
I thought that's what we were doing here. I thought Goofy was coming out with his chainsaw. Now I'm sad again.
Dude, that was a quick switch because I had to go to Four Banks in to get that audio there. So okay, so we've axed Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor and Tomorrowland Speedway. Ricky, what would you say has got to go from
well,
Tomorrowland?
I mean,
before we move on,
it's I feel like it has to be, even though you said it's gone, it still has to be that Stitch's Great Escape area, because like that is an area that is ripe for usage. So like I feel like that has to be an area that needs to be, even though like pieces of it are gone and they closed the attraction all those years ago, like it's still technically there. So that has to be like the piece that's missing in this. I mean, it's got to be, I feel like. So because you're not getting rid of Carousel Progress. They're updating what I would have said, which is Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin, because that attraction needed it drastically. I mean, that's gonna be
a really good attraction coming out of
it.
I'm so excited about
it. Yeah, I'm gonna love being able to actually aim my gun and see where it's going and not completely suck at this attraction.
Let's make this. I don't want to get taken down. Your laser.
That's true. Okay, laser blaster. Yes. Okay. All right. I got. So I'm just excited that I'm gonna get to see where I'm going. It's gonna have a different color light, which is gonna be nice, so that the two different cars can see the different colors. It's a great choice. And that would have been my option if they didn't literally just announce that they were updating that. So, I mean, there really is nothing left besides that Stitch's Great Escape spot. So at this point, so you're not getting rid of Carousel Progress. You're not getting rid of Space Mountain. You're not going to get rid of Tron. You just built that. You're not going to get rid of, I mean, People Mover, Astro Orbiter, they just redid. So
I love
that's it.
Astro Orbiter. That's underrated.
It is underrated. I haven't been on it
I
in
like
forever.
the elevator for Astro Orbiter.
Yeah.
No, I don't like the elevator. I'll just see if you're going to agree with me.
No, I think the elevator's fun. I mean,
You think that elevator's fun in July? You kidding me, dude? I'm always like,
I go on it at night when there's
God,
nobody in line. Let's be
thing.
perfectly honest. Yeah.
I can like just, you know, real quick, and then we're gonna move on. So every time I get on that elevator, I'm just like, this would be the worst way to die. Like I could just already see the headline in the Orlando Sentinel. Like this elevator, because I mean, if that thing got stuck, you'd be goner in like 10 seconds in that thing because it's so hot. Like either I'd die of a panic attack or like heat. I don't know which one to get me first, but something would. All right, Pam, what you got?
All right. So I'm going to Animal Kingdom, but I don't want to limit people to stay in one area of Animal Kingdom because there's so few attractions. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But the one I was thinking of that I think needs to go is the Wildlife Express train. And I realize it's the only way right now to get out to Rafiki's Planet Watch, although I think walking out there would take less time. I really, truly do. It's just, it's such a letdown, especially when there are like, even when you do like the Main Street train or the train at Magic Kingdom, there are things to see along the way. There's, you know, whatnot. When you're on that Wildlife Express, it's just, it seems like such a waste of time. And then you get off it and you're on this sort of narrow path before, you know what I mean? Following behind people before you get to Rafiki's Planet Watch. So it's just not my favorite way of getting out there. I think they could do something. Either they need to do something to give you more to look at and see on the train, right? Make that a little more, I don't know, anything exciting in the least, or they need to find out a different way to get you out there to that. So,
ooh. See, that goes back to like, that's like almost like an OG thing, like experience, right? I mean, it takes you out to an educational experience. I could never cut a train. I love trains so much. And it's got the side train, which is kind of cool. Kind of like Disneyland has the one car that does that. So we're doing the whole park though, because there's not that many experiences.
Right.
There really aren't.
God,
no,
if I had to cut one thing at Animal Kingdom, Rikki, go, because I can't think of anything right now. Dude, this is hard.
Gosh, it is hard there. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this one, but I really don't like this attraction. I know it has its place because a lot of people do like this kind of attraction. I just really hate it. And I'm going with Cali River Rapids. I don't love, like, look, y'all have to understand, I used to work at Thunder River at Six Flags.
Thunder River was a classic. I grew up on that thing. I love Thunder River.
I hated working that attraction. It was the worst attraction in the entire world.
The best.
And so like I didn't like, you know, having to ride it and then get soaked. You know, because that's what was going to happen. So like, I don't like getting drenched in, you know, I hate that part of those types of rides. Like, I don't mind a nice splashing or whatever, but like, seriously, I don't want to have to come out with wet underwear. It's not cool. It's not good for me. So we're not here for that. So Cali River Rapids, because there's no predictability on how wet you're going to get. I think the attraction storyline is meh on that one. I think that one could probably go and we'd be okay. So that's gonna be mine.
I am struggling with this because okay, here let me just walk you through what I'm thinking. Because like, okay, I'm thinking of shows. Okay, like you can't get rid of Festival of Lion King, best show on property. Can't get rid of Finding Nemo show. That is an amazing show. Like with the puppetry and stuff. Okay, so can't get rid of that. Can't get rid of Everest, one of the best coasters. Can't get rid of Flight of Passage. Everybody loves that. One of the best. You know, I can't do it because it makes me motion sick, but I can't do that. So I'm talking you through my logic here. I'm trying to think what else. The Zootopia thing is coming to Tree of Life.
Yes, so that's an upgrade. I feel like
it's going to be an upgrade. Now, here's the thing. I've never seen Zootopia. I don't care for that kind of movie. I don't care about like anthropomorphic animals. I'll never watch that movie, so I could care less. So personally, that's probably going to be it. But I love the Tree of Life, and I used to love Tough to Be a Bug. But I probably, if it was still Tough to Be a Bug, that's probably where I would make my cut. But I don't know, man, because that theater was so cool.
What about the bird show? That would be a good one to cut.
Yeah, but it's
not the one Tree of Life, but the one
like the old Flight of
Flight of Wonder. Flight of Wonder.
Well, yeah, Flight of Wonder. Characters on Flight, the old
it's so cute though. We just saw it.
I know, because I love that kind of stuff. Because like we have a Grant's Farm place in St. Louis that's kind of similar, and I love that kind of stuff. Like, because it's what animals should be. It's like it's a live animal encounter, and like you have naturalists explaining like that's the.
I just think they do a very poor job of saying when the shows are taking place for that show. I don't know what it is about that show, but I just always forget about it. And I feel like they do a really poor job of saying, here are the show times. Like,
yeah. And you obviously can't cut the safari. That's the best thing. To me, that's one of the best things ever. And then you got, Navi River Journey. That could be another option, but I love Navi River Journey for some reason. Like, I just love that little ride because I think Walt Disney World doesn't do enough things like that. It's a small but cute and quaint ride that everybody can do. It's like a kind of a otherworldly small world kind of situation. Yeah. I love that little ride for some reason. I just like it a lot. So if I have to cut, I'm cutting the new Zootopia ride.
Oh wow. Well,
honor.
He hasn't even seen it yet. He's cutting it.
Right? It's already getting cut.
You have to cut something. All right, Ricky, give us a land and let's have to act. This is kind of like tough Disney choices, but like in a negative way.
It is. It is.
Think about though, like if you had to do something like this.
It does.
Discuss.
I don't know if it's so I'm kind of gonna go like what Pam just did, and I think I'm gonna go with the whole theme park, and I'm gonna go with Disney's Hollywood Studios because they are completely redoing a lot of the studios, but there are a few things that still could be, see some upgrades. And I think that what they should cut is going to be Indiana Jones. I think that the stunt show is very dated. I mean, it's from the original park. Basically, and then you are getting the Indiana Jones ride at Disney's Animal Kingdom, so I feel like that's a plus there. It's such a decent sized piece of land, so I feel like they could put something in really great there. And I can't tell you the last time I went and saw the Indiana Jones stunt show, so I think that that's the one I'm gonna go with for this one. I think that would be a really easy thing to cut.
I'll let you go, Pam, because I have an idea on this one, which kind of might be a little controversial.
Well, it's hard to choose, but I think one of the ones that I might consider, and this is actually a newer attraction, is the alien swirling saucers.
Oh, I kind of agree.
It's like, to me, it's just sort of like an okay ride. Like it's okay. Fine. It is fine. It's like Mater's ride.
For some reason, Mater's is more fun. I
agree.
Feel like.
It's more themed, and the song is really cute, right? All the little songs that Mater sings and whatnot. I think they really did that. This is really just sort of a spacey sort of music with some alien swirling saucers, and
I don't feel like it's ever worth the wait either. Like it's like a 30-minute wait for it. I'm like, I do not want to wait 30 minutes for that ride. Like that is not. Yeah, that's not happening.
I know. Yeah, I know. So I know it's something that littler kids can ride, and I see the appeal of that, but I think that something really awesome could go in that space that's over the top Toy Story themed.
That's true.
And I think it's such a great location that it would be worth it. And then maybe it would take some folks away from Slinky Dog.
That's true. I agree too. But even little kids, not all little kids can ride it because Lucy's still too short for it. So like,
oh really? Wow.
Yeah. It's got a height requirement that's pretty good, all things considered. She cannot ride it. So yeah. Or maybe she's just at the cutoff now. But like, I know she couldn't ride it for a long time.
So mine is for the studios, and this one's newer. Smuggler's Run.
I
think this is like the biggest like in your face miss that Disney has done in a long time.
I agree.
Now here's the thing. I would keep the Millennium Falcon as a prop because that needs to be there. Like it's so awesome. Like they're in the middle of Galaxy's Edge, like grown men and women weep when they see it for the first time. It's like a dream come true seeing the full-size Millennium Falcon sitting there, because Galaxy's Edge is amazing to walk through and hear the sounds and see the Falcon sitting there. I mean, I remember the first time I saw it, I could not believe it. It is every day it's happening for somebody. However, I just think you never hear buzz for this attraction. You never hear somebody say, I went and rode Smuggler's Run, and it was the most amazing thing. Now I know they're going to upgrade it with some different scenes and all that kind of stuff, but I just think that even adding that stuff, I don't know that this type of an attraction's ever gonna gain traction with people. I don't know.
What if this is just me throwing darts at the wall? What if they took the idea behind Star Tours, where you went and did random ride? So it was a randomization of different places in the Star Wars universe. You did that on the Millennium Falcon, and it wasn't like a game where you had to, get the coaxium or whatever. Like, what if it was just literally like Star Tours, but they transferred that idea over to the Millennium Falcon, and then you'd have the Star Tours space, which you could then, if you took that and the Indiana Jones, I mean, that would be a huge stretch of land right there that you could really build something really cool on, I feel like. So I don't know if that would work, if taking the idea of Star Tours and moving that over to the Millennium Falcon would be a good idea, but I feel like, having Star Tours there is kind of unnecessary at this point too anyway. So I think we all agree that Millennium Falcon doesn't really cut the mustard.
Yeah, I think what happened is none of us are as good a pilot as we predicted that we would.
That's 100% true. And plus, if you get stuck at like an engineer with a little kid pilot, dude, you're just banging around back there, man.
Yeah,
seriously,
you are. That's really the big issue. There should be like there needs to be a floor. Like, it can't get that bad, right? You know what I mean? Something about that. Like, they can't just have it be the worst ever. And maybe there is, but let's notch that one up just a little bit, turn the dial so it can get less bumpy. I don't know what it is. As a Star Wars fan, I was so hugely excited for this. Truly, I was. Like, what's better than being able to be in the Millennium Falcon? And honestly, the queue for me is better than the attraction.
I agree. Like, I get all hyped up about, sitting sitting around the chess table.
Exactly.
And, and I love like being in the cockpit. Like, I love sitting there taking a selfie. Like, dude, I'm in the cockpit of the Falcon.
Right.
Then the attraction starts and I still can't. It messes me up. Like, I've tried it a few times and I
know. And I think they really need to make this work. Like, I think they need to go back to the drawing board a little bit, because this is something that everyone has wanted to do. Everyone who has ever seen Star Wars wants to be in the Millennium Falcon. So make this work, please.
Yeah, because it should. I know Rise is the diamond of the land, but this should not be such a drop off. It's
agreed. It should.
The wait times are always pretty short for it. Like, it should be like a really big e-ticket kind of.
Yeah, it should still be like Rise in terms of popularity. It should still be in that space, and it's not. So,
not at all. No.
All right, let's go to the Magic Kingdom and Fantasyland. And Rikki, what if you had to pick a Fantasyland attraction right now that you would say is underperforming that you would axe? What would you do?
Oh, I have a couple of options actually with this. But I'm gonna go with, and I know this is going to be a little controversial in a weird way, but I am going to say Enchanted Tales with Belle. I don't think it did, what they had wanted it to. I feel like the idea behind it is cute, but it's kind of like, unless you have little kids, like it's like a one and done. It's not like a character meet and greet thing where you can have different interactions with, Belle or anything like that. Like, it's always the same thing, which is why something like maybe, the Princess Fairy Tale Hall does really well, is because, obviously the whole point is the interactions that you can have with the princesses. So, like, I feel like that does better. And I just feel like the Enchanted Tales with Belle just, again, it's one of those things that I haven't been on in years. And, now that Lucy's a little bit older, I can probably take her in there because she probably understand it a little bit more. But even then, I think she's still too young for it. So I'm really thankful that they decided to axe the other two, like, princessy meet and greets like that they were planning on doing, like the one with Aurora and Cinderella, and instead built, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I really am happy that they did that, because I just don't think that Enchanted Tales with Belle is as great as they were hoping it would be.
let me take a counterpoint on this one. And I don't do this one ever anymore, right? Because Mallory's now 17 and senior night tonight and all that stuff I just told you about. She's gonna be 18 in a few months. I think this is one of the things that Disney has done so well. Like, I think this is one of the hidden gems right in the dead center of the Magic Kingdom. I think this thing has more of a marketing problem than anything else.
It's possible.
Knows about it. I think this is one of the greatest things Disney has ever done, and people just don't do it because they don't know about it. Like, especially, I think like when you go through there with Lucy, I think like dad's hearts melt, mom's hearts melt. Like, it's such a great experience because it's like a story. It's like a character. It's interactive. It's got great technology. I mean, it's a great setting. It's got so much. Like, I'm blown away when I go through this thing. Like, but nobody talks about it. Like, you're right. Like,
it's true.
I didn't think, like, when we were thinking about what to act, I forgot it was even there. Like, I always forget it's there. Like, I walk past and I'm like, oh, there's that hut. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, agreed. I think you're right. It will take on a different life when I am able to take Lucy in there, and I know that for sure. But I think you almost have to have a kid to go in there for it to really, for it to really hit. And I don't necessarily think that's, it's not something for everyone in a weird way. Like, I do hate that. Like, it's just kind of one of those things where, like,
it's really unique. I mean, it's
unique. Yeah.
It's an outlier. Pam, where do you fall on Enchanted Tales? Because it is an outlier in a way.
I remember the first time I saw it, actually. And when you go into it and you start in that first room and it becomes that's the wow factor. It was amazing. And I thought, wow, they did a great job. And I will say the thing I do like about it is that they do such a great job of getting so many people involved in it.
Yeah.
Like, they really, sort of look at that. And I think that's always something that is such a good thing because people remember that. Like, sure. You remember that.
You go home
get a picture.
I was, Dad was the knight.
Exactly.
And, the little sister was the beast.
Yes.
We talked about that on Monday's show.
100%. And I think that's always something you're going to remember and have the pictures of and all of that. So I like that. I like seeing that. And they do such a great job with that. I would love to hear the training that they go through because they always seem to like pick the dad of like a little kid who doesn't want to do it themselves. You know what I mean? And so they really look for very specific things, you can tell. Mm-hmm. So I love that. I love that they pulled so many people into it. I think one of the things that really hurt it was that it was closed for so long.
That's true.
After the shutdown.
That's
and
true.
I don't know if people forgot about it or, what it was, but I think that really impacted it in some ways. And I'm sure that has to deal with the number of casts that they had to have to do it. And then, there's really no way to have people social distance in that.
No, definitely not. No.
So that whole thing, but I hope that they keep trying with this. And I think there are things that could be very easy to change and update about this that might make it something that's more popular. But when this opened, this was one of the hot tickets.
It was absolutely
hard to get. It just was. So I think they can get back there.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, it is one of those things like when you're right. I mean, a lot of people don't experience it, but when you do, like, you go home and you tell people about this. Like, you're more likely to tell people about this than, I guess my pick would be like Winnie the Pooh, because it's a great. I mean, I don't know if it's a great dark ride. It's a dark ride. It's a fun dark ride. It's a fun dark ride. I mean, but is it over the top? Like, Alice in Wonderland at Disneyland's better. Peter Pan's probably better. Small World's better. If I had to cut a dark ride in Fantasyland right now, it's probably, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's good, but it delivers, but it's probably just the one that I would have to cut, if any. Probably Pooh.
I thought you were sitting in Pooh.
Oh, no, Pam, what do you say? Because if you compare like Winnie the Pooh to like Enchanted Tales of Belle, you do both. You're probably going to go home and tell the story because again, it's making a personal connection on Enchanted Tales of Belle, right? Because you're gonna have like, oh man, like I have these great pictures of up close with Belle, and like, oh my gosh, right. Like Lumiere was talking, like, because I still see that thing, and I'm like, how does that thing work? Like, it's so amazing. Like, like there's, I don't know, like I love Enchanted Tales of Belle. I love it. Like, it's so It blows me away. And it's just so cute because, like, whenever you get like little kids like acting, like you never know what they're gonna say for one thing, and they're just the cutest little thing. And like every show's like that. You stand in the back, and like the dad always has to be the knight holding up the thing. I like that. Anyway, so go, Pam. What would you cut?
So yes, I think the poo is a good one to cut, but I think the one that I would
also cheese. But go ahead.
Yes, exactly. I think the one that I would cut is the teacups. I think that it is sort of you end up doing it at different times. I think that I like the one at Disneyland better, and of course I understand why there has to be a roof over the one in Florida. Like that I get. But I do like the one in Disneyland better. I will say, of the two, I think the poo at Walt Disney World is better.
I agree, the poo is better at Walt Disney World.
East Coast.
Because like you float when you get to the water park.
Stop.
So anyways, yes, I will say that. But yes, I think Mad Tea Party, it's just a regular like spin ride, and there's so many people who can't do them, right? And I know people are like, yes, but my daughter, like, she spun it and made us spin so wildly. I'm like, I get it, I understand, but I think it could go, and it's in such a fantastic location, sort of right there. As you come off the bridge and whatnot, sort of, feels like it's in like the middle of Fantasyland. So I think they could do something better with that space.
Real quick, we'll do one more, but kind of the inverse of Enchanted Tales of Belle. Can you believe that Seven Dwarfs Mine Train this far out, what is it, 11 years now, has as long of a line?
No.
Still? Like, no. It's constantly having a long line. Like,
I cannot ride it because the line is so long, and I'm not waiting an hour for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train or longer. So
I mean, it's a great attraction.
It's a good ride.
It's like I guess because it's accessible, right? Grandma can ride
and
it,
everybody can see it.
It's got a little bit of a dark ride. I mean, it's a great. It's for everybody. Like they did kind of nail it with that. Like it's something everybody can ride. Got a little swivel to it, little. But
dang, I wish that. I mean, I thought for sure we'd be, in a spot where it'd be, a 20-minute wait at the end of the night sometime. And no, I can't even get on it for that. It's not. No.
It never has like less than an hour wait. Hardly.
Never. Not even at the end of the night does it have that short of a wait. Yeah.
It's so that's the opposite of Enchanted Tales. Like
yes, correct.
7 years in, and it never has a short wait ever. It's crazy, but it's good. I mean, it's why it's a testament to people liking it all the time. All right, who's got one more situation where we can go somewhere?
Well, we got to go to Epcot and
I agree.
World Showcase
or Future World, whatever.
Let's cut one country from World. That's good.
Oh,
I think we've got to do Morocco.
Oh God, at this point, yeah.
It's just it feels like it's like slow and painful that it's like happening. Like you don't really have the restaurant anymore. You do have Spice Road Table, but you don't have the main sit down restaurant. Even the quick service is usually like festival stuff, right? I mean, it just I think at one point it was sort of one that people would go to. It was, the country was involved. Now the country's not as involved. And it's just not, something that's doing well right now. But it just doesn't, like the merchandise there used to be a broad range of like authentic merchandise and more authentic food and maybe the experiences and whatnot. And it just isn't there anymore. So I think Morocco is the one that has to go.
Yeah. Do you think, I mean, with something like World Showcase, do you think we'll ever see a return to, this is who knows, but like the countries ever getting back involved because of the politics of today? I doubt it ever happens. Like this is always going to be a Disney thing from now on, right?
I don't know.
It's too like, I don't know, like you probably don't want to dip your toes in that stuff, right?
We had a shot with Brazil, 15 years ago. There was lots of conversation about Brazil coming in, and then that went away. Like I remember that. Like there was even a website, I think, that actually existed or something along those lines that Brazil was coming. And then, nope, it did not. So, yeah, I don't know.
There's been a few things over the years. There was even like a Russia ride.
There was.
There was a proposed ride for that. Back in the day, Africa was coming in where we have that location there. I remember seeing the previews for it. Just all kinds of things. I don't know what what will happen. I hope at some point we do see another country. That would be fantastic. It really would be.
I agree.
A new country. Can you imagine the excitement for that?
That'd be amazing. Yeah.
The cool thing was back when they had, at the Millennium was the Millennium Village, where it was like a version of many countries where they could kind of get their feet wet. People could go into the, the Millennium, the World Showplace back there, kind of back by the UK and Canada, and get like, pavilion countries could do, like a light pavilion, and just kind of get a taste of what it would be like to have a full on pavilion. That'd be awesome to do that for a year.
Yeah.
Give people a mini taste, a little food, a little wine, basically like a little festival, but a festival of additional countries, maybe 11 more countries for a little while.
Yeah.
And then,
cool.
get a taste and boom, get a new one. That's cool.
All right. Well, I have one. I have one more.
Lightning round.
At Epcot. It's not a country, but please get rid of Mission Space. I'm sorry. It's done. It has seen its day. It is not popular for the most part. I mean, every once in a while I'll see it pop up with a longer wait, but like I hardly ride it. Again, it's one of those that I forget that's there half the time, even though I'm walking past it. Like I really, really, really wish that they would get rid of Mission Space and do something completely different in that space right there. Now, I will say they did something really cool with Space 220. So it's still to be space themed, I feel like, because Space 220 is a great, experience. Although I will admit, I feel like the restaurant's gone downhill just a smidgen. But I think the idea behind Space 220 was a really great idea. But I think that the Mission Space attraction just needs some zhuzhing, needs an update, needs a whole new idea behind it. And I would really like to see that. So
yeah, it was kind of cursed from the beginning, and just
it was definitely cursed from the beginning.
Had a rough time. And I mean, they tried to make it less intense over the years. And I mean, I appreciate that, but I think just the idea that you're in that tight capsule is not for everybody.
No.
It's tight.
No. It is. Yeah.
And Gary Sinise isn't in it anymore.
No, he's not.
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant
Dan.
It's not there. No.
It's not there. Yeah, it's a good call though. It's just never popular. Like people, again, those things like nobody talks about it.
It's not one anybody's talking about for sure.
Nobody's rushing there. You're going to Test Track, you're going to Guardians, you're going to Soarin'.
People are more excited to ride Living with the Land than they are to ride Mission Space.
That is the best ride at Epcot, maybe on Walt Disney World property. So it's not wrong with that.
Just saying.
All right, so we're jumping out of here. I have to go get on my Hawaiian shirt. It's got Mallory's mug all over it and get ready. Guess got to do it. Guess it's time. Senior night. It's going to be rough. All right. Thanks for tuning in today. Hope you had a good time. Again, these shows are just to have conversation, to make you think as you're on your run, you're walking the doggy, whatever you're doing there. And drop by the clubhouse. Let us know what you think, because this is just to talk about the theme parks, to get thinking about things, because, we don't get down there enough, but it's fun to talk about our favorite places. So what would you do if you were in these situations? Maybe you didn't think about Enchanted Tales with Belle ever, and now you're thinking about it. You'll go there on your next trip. That's the point of these shows, secretly, right there. Think about Mission Space. Think about Morocco. Think about all these places. That's what we do. So come on over, join us in the clubhouse, beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse, or call into the live call-in show this Sunday night. That's going to be at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, or Twitch. Scott joins me. We open up the phone lines and have a great time. So join us for that. Don't forget, the show is always brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Disney adventure for no additional cost to you. Check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. Anytime you do that online shopping, just click through and it takes you right back to the site and supports the podcast at the same time. Thank you so much for that. And finally, you can support us on Patreon. It's $5 a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show every week called Mike in the Midwest. Come over this weekend. We'd sure love to have you. Patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. Thank you so much, all of our patrons who are already over there. You guys rock. Appreciate it so much. You can follow us on the social media. I'm at BeOurGuestMike on X.com, Instagram, and Threads. Pam is at TMFLT Pam. And Ricky is at Ricky Nibs, RIKKINIBS. All right, you guys have a great weekend, and we'll be back again on Monday with another great trip report from Patrick. But until then, you guys have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon. Boom.
Boom.
I agree with Michelle. We need a Brazilian steakhouse. It will not be $100 per person though. It would be like $150.
I do not have the discipline for those places. I just put the green side up and just like until I'm hurting. Yeah, it's not good. All right, so you guys gonna be around next week?
I should be. Yes, I believe so.
All right, I'm gonna go eat.
All right, we will see y'all.
All right, I'll see
you guys.
y'all.
Bye.
Adventures. See ya. Bye. Dang, quick.